do have some of the most advanced quantum and AI and everything else that we will be implementing through our system. That's a positive AI, of course. And, so also when we talk about having a better solution than 5G that's safer, faster, et cetera, our system is a complete system whereby the more advanced smartphone, the more advanced broadband, the safer Wi-Fi, the more intensely encrypted wallet, all of it will be a new platform, a global solution that will be sort of the saving grace.
Yeah, let's back up because the 5G thing, people are scared about that frequency. Now Trump is for all that, so how is that going to work? Is there?
Well, he's not exactly for it. He's got to appease the opposition. They've spent a lot of money on that, and while he did tweet out about 6G, that's our team and everything that we're doing. So it's a difficult dance because the opposition has spent a lot of money on that, and he has to make it look like he's somewhat in support of it, but obviously mentioning 6G is what he really wants to do. And in essence, we have a lot of solutions along those lines for example, that we can bring out. One is a 5G blocker that we're looking at. So you'll be able to,
protect yourself from the frequency.
Which is needed because I was going to say, the things that we're implementing, we're not implementing them here first. We're going to beta test, make sure everything's working and perfected, and before we, bring it to the U.S. So we'll need alternative fixes, band-aids, solutions that will be immediately available because we understand the seriousness of this.
Yeah, we're definitely. A 5G tower went up here in Sedona, and then it came down. So I don't know what the deal is with that. But I can tell you that when it was up, those few short hours that it was up, the energy here shifted quite a bit, and it felt very chaotic. And we had a major accident right on our main highway that goes through town. So it is something that we're concerned about. And I'd like to also highlight and reiterate that Trump's under a lot of pressure, and not just pressure, but physical threat. So there have been many attempts on the guy's life. And one of the things that the Galactic said to us just a few weeks ago, or maybe a month or so ago now, was that he was asking for more protection. And so they highlight to us when there's a threat on his life, or when there's another coup being staged to try and usurp him or take him out of power. And so that's been happening quite regularly, often. And so he said a couple of things that we're not really kind of in line with. And we have to assume it has something to do with self-preservation because of the risk that he is facing on a daily basis. And in fact, it was just yesterday when I was tuning in when they said that the relationship between him and Putin was actually really powerful because of the fact that Putin had figured out the security issues. Like he's pretty well insulated. He takes extreme measures to make sure that he's not his life is not at risk. And so that relationship, I think, is a very positive one for him to see that it's possible to kind of put yourself out there on a limb and still be protected, which Trump has been doing, but apparently not to the extent that he would hope. He doesn't feel as protected as he would hope. So yeah, we may see him kind of flip-flopping on some things in order to not get himself taken out.
Yeah, because the other thing was the vaccines.
Yeah.
Because at some point, though, he's got to drop the hammer down and say, because, I mean, now that he kind of endorsed it, he's kind of putting people in danger.
Well, the reason he's doing that is because we know there is a real threat. The opposition is planning to do a measles epidemic. And so he's actually kind of warning people by saying that. He's indicating, pay attention, maybe, and the vaccine for measles is effective. We know that it does work, but you're getting a lot more in there than you would want. So it is a tough road to walk, how do you protect people
Well,
without?
I mean, that's just a speculation too. And let me clear that up as well. Is that maybe a month or so ago, maybe 6 weeks ago? I'd have to look through my notes to look at it to know the specific date. But the Galactic said to us that the Cabal or the Deep State was trying to create a new pandemic. And then after I saw that, I started to see these little nanobot or little weaponized mosquitoes that they were sending out. And I also was aware of the fact that they had been spraying kind of viral contaminations in the chemtrails that they were putting out. So we knew that there was some sort of pandemic coming, and then all of a sudden this measles thing pops up, right? So as far as like I'm sure there are a lot of anti-vaxxers listening and that have done their research, as have I. We know that there's no efficacy reports on whether or not these things actually work, or if there's anything like herd immunity. So I don't understand exactly why Trump would say that, and simply because he's been anti-vax in the past, and there's been some speculation that his son may have been injured by a vaccination, and that's what caused him to take this stance publicly. So we're not exactly sure. We don't know if he's like, that's a Hail Mary, like cross your fingers that this thing doesn't spread, maybe get one of these things. But the other thing is that all of the recent measles outbreaks have come from recently vaccinated children. So that's how that one started in Disneyland a couple years ago. And so, yeah, we're kind of perplexed by this. We're kind of perplexed by, I don't know exactly why he would say that publicly. These are just our speculations as to why he might have said that.